Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus unboxings and first impressions coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up guys, Nick here from Everything Tech, help you to master your technology, and welcome to the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus unboxings and first impressions video. Now I decided to go with the S8 Plus because I'm not a big fan of smaller phones anymore. I do like small phones from time to time, but as my main daily driver for my business as well as for my life, I do like bigger phones these days. So you can see I do have the S8 Plus, and pretty nice packaging as has been done on the S7 Edge as well as the S7. You can see Galaxy S8 Plus here, S8 Plus in blue, and 64 gigabytes. I did go with the Arctic Silver Edition, as you can see right there, and I do have the AT&T logo. This is an AT&T device. Taking over to the back, you guys can go ahead and pause and read for yourself, but I'm sure you know what specs come with the S8 based on all the media that has been flooding the, your feed with this phone. So you can see 4G LTE capable, a 6.2 inch full rectangle display, 6.1 inch at the rounded corners, quad HD plus super AMOLED display, 12 megapixel dual main camera, 8 megapixel front facing camera, an IP68 dust and water resistance. So this is very water and dust resistance. Nice stuff there, Samsung. Iris scanner, secured by Samsung Knox, 64 gigabytes of memory with support for micro SD cards, so a creator's dream phone here. 4 gigabytes of RAM, Samsung Pay, wireless charging pad required, that's sold separately, an Android operating system, and earphones by AKG. So that's a nice inclusion to get these high quality earphones in the box of the Galaxy S8 Plus. In addition, with this pre-order, I did receive the Samsung Gear VR with controller powered by Oculus, and you could see it does say cinematic wide view and immersive 360 experience. And I'm going to talk more about this in a separate video. I'm going to do a separate unboxing of the Gear VR because I didn't want to divert the focus from the phone onto the Gear VR in this video. So we will be covering that in a separate video. Stay tuned. Okay, so getting to the actual unboxing itself, this is nicely tight and securely packed, so very nice stuff here on the unboxing experience. And you can see it's a little bit cardboard tab that goes around the box here, and you can see Samsung there in black. And let's see if the Arctic Silver does give you the black micro USB cord as well as the black charging port. So very tight. This is one of the tightest boxes I have ever felt. Honestly, Samsung, well done in terms of your unboxing experience. So right there, it goes from the side, so it's actually not a push out box. It goes from the side there, and you can see let's get started. So like a navy blue box here, and it says let's get started here. I'm really hoping there's not an AT&T logo on the back of this, but if there is, then there is. So there is the S8 Plus right there. It can't wait. And you could see distracted driving is never okay here. And you can see it does not have an AT&T logo. It does say Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus fingerprint scanner. And you could see beautiful, gorgeous phone right there in the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus in silver. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side really quickly here and go inside the casing here. So under this, you're going to find nothing there. Of course, you're going to find yourself an AT&T SIM card or whatever carrier went with. You're going to find that. Over here is another tab here. It does give you a SIM card tool here. If I go ahead and open this up, let's see what comes in there. Looks like some Amazon warranty guides. No, some information on AT&T. So not quite the Samsung information. So here we go. You can see we do get a charger that is black, and this is very nice to see. Refreshing to see an adaptive fast charger in the box that is black, because those white chargers, they just get too dirty, don't they? So right here, we do have a USB OTG for transferring files. Nice inclusion there for our Samsung Galaxy S8 indeed. Over here, we do have the USB, looks like a USB-C connector right there that goes with the device as well. So that's nice to see as well. So right here, it should be our AKG headphones, and there they are. I will do a separate review on the AKG headphones if you guys would like to see that, to test the audio and stuff like that. I'm not an audio head, but I do know what quality headphones are, and these are and should be quality headphones. Right here is the USB charging port that is going to go with that adaptive fast charger. So very well packaged, very clean, and that's pretty much all you get in the box. But let's check out the phone, what we really came here to see. Here is the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus in all of its infinity display glory. Let's go ahead and peel the tabs off. This is a once in a lifetime experience here for the phone. And let's go ahead and get that one off the front. And boom. So not super plasticky, not the most plasticky peel off on the first smartphone I've ever heard, but hey, it's gone now, and now let's focus on the phone. So let's go ahead and power it up for the first time, and I can tell you on my first impressions, I am blown away by this technology here. I do have an iPhone 7 Plus right here next to me where I have my shot list for this video, and you can see this phone is identical in height, but look at the width difference. Much improved here over the iPhone 7 Plus. We do have an AT&T boot logo, which I don't see here, but this is definitely gonna become my flagship everyday smartphone if it performs as well as I think it will. So there is that infinity display, and it covers the entire phone here. If I hit start, and let me go ahead and punch in my Wi-Fi, I'm actually gonna go ahead and get this set up, and I'll be back when I'm in the software. Alright guys, so we are now in the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and guys, this camera is just not doing this phone justice. You really got to play with this smartphone in hand to experience the level of innovation that Samsung really put into this smartphone. I feel like Samsung struck first this year in 2017, and this phone is blowing the iPhone 7 Plus out of the water, especially in terms of, you know, build quality, and I wouldn't say so much build quality, but in terms of innovation in the hardware. The hardware on this phone is just totally gorgeous, and it just wraps into your hand like no other phone I've ever felt before. And you know, if you've watched this channel, that I've used a lot of smartphones. Now the software remains to be seen in the upcoming review if this phone is going to be, you know, a much better smartphone than say the latest iPhone 7 in terms of software, because now the iPhone 7 Plus does compete directly with this smartphone. But you can see going around the edge, we do have our Bixby button right there. We'll talk more about Bixby coming up. The volume rocker switches, the fingerprint scanner, which has been quite controversial, but we're going to talk about how my experience has been with that. The heart rate monitor returns here for the Galaxy S8 series, but what's nice about this is it's under the glass. That's quite awesome to see that the flash and the heart rate monitor is under the glass. I've never seen something like that. And the camera is pretty recessed, so you might want to get a case for this phone if you don't want your camera getting scratched up. What I like to see here is that there's no more carrier branding on these Samsung Galaxy S8 devices here, especially for the AT&T model. But I really enjoy the color option I chose, the silver. It is a really nice color here. And at the bottom, we do have our USB-C port as well as our 3.5mm headset jack, so we can go ahead and make calls while we charge. And you can see right there that we do have a speaker grill right there, which should be pretty loud here. So let's go ahead and get into this device really quickly and look a little bit more at the software. So the Galaxy S8 Plus does bring a refined version of TouchWiz here, as well as the Samsung Galaxy S8. It is Android Nougat, so if I go into the settings here and I scroll down to About Phone, you're going to see Android 7.0 here, and that's pretty much what we have on the S7 Edge right now as well. It's a little bit different, but a lot of these features are going to be coming to your Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge if you have that smartphone here. What really changed here on the S8 is basically the hardware. They did clean up the icons a little bit, and that remains to be seen if you like that. For a first time ever on a flagship Galaxy phone, we do have capacitive home button keys here, which feel like capacitive keys that you feel on the home button of the iPhone 7 Plus. So it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really matter, I think, that they took away the home button, but home button might still be your thing. But this is very similar. This button right here is very similar to the one on the iPhone 7 Plus, just as not a, you know, a physical button there, but it does feel very similar. So there is a little bit of bloatware here on this AT&T model. You see my AT&T, the DirecTV widget. And scrolling through the applications here, you could see AT&T, at least they bundled them into a folder, but a few pieces of bloatware there. I don't really care. I'll disable all of those. But let's go ahead and check out the camera quality here for the S8 Plus. And it's no longer on the home button where you double click to go in. It is now on the power key. But taking a closer look at that picture right there I just took, let's take a look at it. You can see, of course, it retains the camera from the Galaxy S7 Edge and S7, but it does have an 8 megapixel on the front now. So camera quality is going to remain stellar here for the S8. But I'm not going to talk too much more in this video about the S8. First impressions are, this is probably the nicest smartphone I have ever held. You know what? I'm just going to call it the nicest smartphone I have ever held in my hand. And honestly, it feels a little bit better than the LG G6, which was also a stunner. I think Samsung has outdone LG on this one. And very light for its size. It feels extremely light, and I think you really got to go to the store, go to Best Buy, check this one out, hold it in your hand, because watching this on camera might inspire you to get this phone, but until you feel it, you're not really going to know how nice this phone really is. Now, that's my take on it for first impressions. I have to review it, use it, play with the phone for a while. So let me know what you like to see on the channel on the Samsung Galaxy S8. Drop it down below in the comment section of this video. I already have plenty of videos planned, but I'd like to see your feedback to see what you really want to see, because I think I got stuff planned that you probably already want to see anyway. So yeah, camera reviews, review, face off versus the iPhones are coming, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Nick here, help you to master your technology. Like the video if you enjoyed it. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.